2022 CR 7806 for the offense of failure to stop and render aid, death. Tell y'all, this is what's going to happen in this case. Either he's going to prison or he's going into inpatient treatment to safety.
Welcome to Courtroom Trial and Truth.
2022 CR 7806, State of Texas versus Johnny Tejeda. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Danny West, for the state of Texas.
Defense?
Alex Shar for Johnny Tejeda.
Are you Johnny Tejeda?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Johnny R. Tejeda who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 7806 for the offense of failure to stop and render aid, death on February 9, 2023 for a term of 10 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, state?
Violating condition number 1, on or about the 15th day of July, 2023, in Dare County, Texas, defendant Johnny R. Tejeda committed the offense of drugs while intoxicated in violation.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
Your Honor, state waives all the violations.
All right, any objection to the waivers?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you to 10 years in prison and up to a $1,500 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. The proposed agreement is for the pleas for DWI.
No, it has not been completed yet.
Sorry about that.
That's right.
The defendant is entered and status with MRT following your status.
That is our agreement, Judge. I do have some witnesses to give you some context.
Yes.
And so at this time, if I may, Your Honor, I would like
Yes.
to call Daniel Garcia.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, I do.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Daniel Garcia.
All right, defense?
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Garcia, what do you do for a living?
I'm medically retired from the Navy.
Okay. How long were you in the Navy?
13 years.
Right. And when did you get out of the Navy?
I got out in 2013. Medical retired.
Okay. All right. Now, do you know Johnny Tejeda?
Okay.
And you recognize him as the client that's in the orange jumpsuit, correct?
Yes.
All right. Tell the judge how you met Mr. Tejeda.
We met each other through cars, rented old cars,
Mhm.
and then I had a house come up for rent. So I had asked him if he knew anybody that wanted to rent a house, which he said that he would, because he was on a hard time. So I went to the house to him, and that's kind of how we met.
And how long ago was that?
That was about 1.5 years ago, maybe 1 3/4 now.
Okay. Did you know him prior to doing that? Like, how long have you known Johnny?
For about 3 years total now.
Okay. Are you just his landlord, or is there a closer relationship?
He's like a brother to me. We're supposed to start a business for doing custom paint,
Mhm.
and
Okay. When you met him, what was your judgment of his
so when he first
character?
moved in, he was really sad and angry. Over the time, I started talking to him and found out more about him, and then we started hanging out more. Usually, he comes to the house, and then he'd go back.
Okay.
And he's just totally different from 1.5 years ago to now.
Okay. Now, are you aware that he was placed on probation in February of 2023 for a failure to stop and render aid that caused a death?
No, at that time I didn't know any of that.
Okay. But when you did meet him, how did that happen?
Well, like I said, when I asked him that I have a house up for rent, he said he moved in, and I didn't know anything about that. But usually, I'm a good judge of character, and I let him move in. I'm not gonna let him move into a house
Okay.
somebody destroyed.
Okay, and how was he as a tenant?
Good. I mean, if he was a bad person, I wouldn't have him in there. I would have kicked him out a long time ago.
Okay. So what is it about Mr. Tejeda that helped you come to a conclusion about his character? That he's a good guy.
It's kind of hard to explain because I mean, I met a lot of people in the military, and he's a good person. It's kind of hard to explain, but
Well, can you try to explain it? Like, and give the judge some
he's always been there
examples?
for me because I'm a single parent with 3 kids, and when my significant other left about a year ago, he was there for me, and we kind of helped each other out through the hard times that we're going through.
What do you mean help each other out?
We'll just talk, basically. I don't drink. I'm taking care of 3 kids on my own. So he'd come over and we just hang out. He doesn't really talk to anyone, but a couple of people.
Okay, and the people that he was hanging around before you two started getting into a closer relationship, how would you characterize those people?
Uh, um, there's another way to say dirtbags, I guess. I don't know how to say it.
Okay,
People that I wouldn't hang out with.
okay, that's fine. I mean, dirtbags, that's.
So I got my friend, my other friends that I hang out with, they're one used to work in the movie industry, another guy is works for the AC, so they all got stuff going for themselves. We're building cars. So when he started hanging out with me and he told me the guys that he used to hang out with, I don't hang out with people like that, so I don't know how else to say it.
Okay, well, all right. So, I mean, did you take on the role of like a close friend or a father
No,
figure?
you're like a brother.
Okay.
He started coming hanging out with us, and we're a real tight group. It's only like 3 or 4 of us that hang out together.
Okay.
And if he was any different, he would have kicked us out. We would have kicked him out.
Okay. How would you describe his work ethic?
He's always busy. I know he has a lot of cars coming in,
Like,
and we still have some more cars that need to be finished.
what kind of does he do body and paint? Does he do
Body and
engine?
paint, custom paint. Not so much engine, but pretty much body and paint.
Okay. So, all right. So when you told the judge that you noticed a big change in him, can you give us some specifics as to like how he was before and how he is now?
Before he was always always in a bad mood, always depressed, I guess. And now he's always there. He's always just a real good guy. I don't know what's
Okay.
reliable.
Okay. So like 3 years ago when you met him, you noticed he had a lot of anger issues and depression.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. And have you seen any improvement in him?
Yes, I've seen a huge improvement from then to now.
Okay. The anger that you saw,
It's not there no more.
okay. And what about the depression? You're not an expert on that, but
Right.
just from your
No,
contact with him.
we're supposed to start a business. So I mean, if his mind wasn't in the right place, he wouldn't be the right person.
Okay. All right. So, okay. So this business that you were talking about, who would be funding the business? Would that be you?
Yes, I'll be funding the
Okay.
business.
All right. And would it be fair to say you trusted Johnny enough that
Yes,
you were going to open a business with him as your main employee?
Yes, I trust him wholeheartedly.
Okay. All right. Now you understand that in July of last year, Mr. Tejeda was involved in a deed of a driving while intoxicated as a second offense.
Well, I don't know about the first offense. The second offense, I want to pick them up from Bamsey.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk about that. All right, so how did you find out that Johnny had was in the hospital?
One of our friends told us that he got into an accident. So I went to go look for him at the jail, and then I think I got a call from his dad saying that he was at Bamsey. Someone says I'm retired, so I still went in and got him out of there at Bamsey.
Okay, and could you tell he was injured?
Yeah, he was pretty banged up. As far as I know, it was his ribs and wrist, and that's as far as I know.
Okay, all right. In the event that the judge does follow the agreement and continues him on probation, and she is in an inpatient substance abuse alcohol rehabilitation center, which it could be for 6 or more months. Would you still be willing to go into business and continue mentoring Mr. Tejeda and treating him like a brother?
Yeah, still.
All right. Is there anything I haven't asked you that you wanted to tell the judge about Johnny?
No, I mean, he's a real good person. I mean, if he wasn't, I would not try to be investing money into a business between me and him. There's no way.
Okay. Now, one thing I forgot to ask you about is after you picked him up from the hospital, were you upset at him?
Yes. So when I picked him up, I kind of talked some smack to him, told a couple of friends, and they kind of talked to him like, "What are you doing?" I can't say what.
Okay. Well, I mean, did you specifically tell him anything about the type of people that you hang around with?
Yes, I specifically told him that.
Right. So tell the
That
judge.
I don't bring people that are messing around into the people that I hang out with because we have a lot going for us. Trying to do a lot of things here in San Antonio. I moved here from California back in 2013 on opening a business. And the issue is that I haven't met too many people here that I could.
Pass away.
All right, any questions? All right, thank you. All right, so I can tell y'all, this is what's going to happen in this case. Either he's going to prison or he's going into inpatient treatment to safety. Those are your two choices.
Okay.
I'm not doing SATF. He doesn't need SATF. He needs something that is longer. He needs something longer, and that's safety. So he can do safety or he can do prison. Those are the choices.
As far as, can I just maybe give my 2 cents as to
Sure.
those choices? I respect the court's decision and appreciate that. As far as the substance abuse felony punishment facility, in talking to clients who have been there and how that program is designed, yes, it is long. Yes, it is in the prison system. But it's run not like an individual rehab or a group rehab where everyone is accountable for themselves, but it's run as, for lack of a better analogy, like the scene in the movie Full Metal Jacket, where one person makes a mistake and everybody else gets punished. And in my opinion, about recovery, I don't think that's the best way to impress upon someone, to change to get a psychic change in their mentality and to adopt, a spiritual full change in their attitude if they're being held responsible for what other people do. When the program is all about being responsible for yourself and only trying to control yourself, because that's all you can control. I understand the length of the program. I've had cases where people were finished with the program and then they go to a halfway house and they're living in San Antonio and they get sent to a halfway house in El Paso, and there's no support group there.
Hmm.
The substance abuse treatment facility, I know some of the people that work there. I know some of the people that work in recovery within the Bexar County system. They're good people. They teach the program and they do it well. And it can be anywhere from 4 to 6 months long, followed by aftercare.
Mhm.
So that's a substantial amount of time. And so I'd ask the court to reconsider sending Mr. Tejeda to SATIF, reconsider sending him to Safe P instead of to the substance abuse treatment facility.
Okay. All right. He's going to Safe P or he's going to prison. And then as far as aftercare is concerned, he can speak to probation when they get to that point. And if you find a halfway house here in San Antonio for him to be in, preferably lifetime recovery, then he can go to lifetime recovery, and lifetime recovery can place him in a sober support facility.
You want to go, Mr. Tejeda, do you want to go into the substance abuse felony punishment facility? Or you just want to go to prison?
I'll go to the substance abuse.
Safe P.
Yeah.
All right. Court will deny alternate amendment conditions to include Safe P. And probation, can we do Safe P followed by lifetime recovery?
Judge, the only issue with that is it would have to be exited from the continuum of for safety.
All right. So once he's completed with Safe P in custody and they're getting ready to send him to a halfway house, just let the court know. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is there anything else?
I didn't know if you needed to sign a certificate of appeal or anything like
No,
that.
I didn't. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Judge.
On the record in 2024 CR 4327, State of Texas versus Alex Joe Pardo. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Escobar from the state of Texas.
Robert Report for Mr. Pardo.
And are you Mr. Pardo?
Yes.
All right. You entered a plea of no contest on July 22nd to aggravated robbery. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 12 years in the prison, and the state is opposing your application. Does anyone have any witnesses? State?
None from the state, Judge.
Defense?
No, yeah.
All right, then the court will hear argument. State?
Judge, due to the nature of this charge, it's ag robbery. From the police report, our complainant, it started his car because it was cold outside. He was gathering more of his belongings from inside of where he was living. And whenever he came out, that's when the defendants initiated the robbery, is my understanding. Again, it's just this blatant act threatening the complainant's life for the car. Turned out that the car didn't have any gas. The complainant hadn't filled it up with gas yet. And that's really the main reason why we were able to find the defendant, because of the fact that you added gas and he didn't make it that far. Again, it's going to have been a lot worse threatening to get the car. Turned out it came down before.
All right, defense?
Thank you, Your Honor. The court, back up a little bit, the court saw the criminal history. There is no criminal history. I think what I did see was a prior adjudication, one juvenile adjudication, that was it. There's a reason the legislature has it 5 to 99 years on this, Judge. I don't want to belittle an ag robbery in front of this court ever. But at the end of the day, with no criminal history, yes, he did run out of gas. He did not give any issues at all to the police officers. He is a father of 3 children. He does work, Judge, and he has been in custody for 9 months now, Judge. So we're respectfully requesting the judge grant our application, and in the alternative, she doesn't, to go out on lower range.
All right. So why are you robbing someone?
Oh.
And I'll place you back under oath, although previously you were under oath when you entered the plea. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Oh, it's in the hallway? Okay. I'm sorry, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Alex Parchment.
All right, so why are you committing a robbery?
I'm in all honesty, I didn't commit robbery.
No, let me tell you what the facts say. Victim was getting ready to leave for work from his listed address. Victim walked out to his listed vehicle and turned it on so it could warm up. Victim observed the defendant standing across the parking lot, but didn't think anything further. Victim briefly went back to his apartment, and when he returned to his vehicle, the defendant was standing next to it. Victim contacted the defendant, who pulled out a large black colored handgun from his jacket. Defendant held the gun down by his side and demanded the vehicle keys from the victim. Victim feared for his safety and complied with the defendant's demands. Victim walked away from the defendant in the vehicle. Defendant fled the location with victim's vehicle prior to the police arrival. Victim advised there was a tracking on the vehicle, and he was in the process of accessing it through the dealership he bought the vehicle from. South Patrol officers were dispatched to the area, and victim's vehicle was observed to be parked on the 400 block of Holder Avenue. Defendant was the only occupant in the vehicle, and he was taken into custody without incident. Defendant advised the officers there was a gun in the vehicle. All right. Is there anything else?
There.
All right, the court is going to find you guilty. There's an affirmative finding of a deadly weapon. Give you credit for any time served. Court will sentence you to 12 years in the prison. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. And I'm also going to add to sentencing that there's to be no contact with minors. All right, good luck to you.
Johnny Taha stood before Judge Stephanie Boyd, his freedom hanging by a thread. He had already admitted to violating his probation with a DWI, and the court was done playing games. A close friend and mentor, Daniel Garcia, stepped up to the stand, painting a picture of a changed man, a reliable partner, a brother figure, and a recovering soul who'd left behind toxic friendships for a future in custom car painting. He begged the judge to see the same Johnny he saw. But Judge Boyd was unmoved. She listened, but her face remained steel. With the weight of the courtroom pressing down, she gave Johnny two brutal choices: prison or the substance abuse felony punishment facility. When the defense attorney pleaded for a different program, arguing that the structure of SAFP was too rigid, Judge Boyd cut him off with finality. He's going to SAFP or he's going to prison. She destroyed any hope of a lighter sentence, refusing to bend to emotion or eloquent pleas. In that moment, Johnny chose the facility, accepting the court's harsh mercy. Judge Boyd granted him a lifeline, but made it clear that the path forward would be long, unforgiving, and completely on her terms.